Hello everybody, welcome back to Dog Day Chess. Today I want to show you something exciting that happened in one of my games. I want to show you a windmill. Okay, now a windmill is a tactic and it doesn't happen very often. Out of the 700 or so games I've played, I've only had it happen twice. But as a threat, it's come up many times, and sometimes in chess, the threat is as effective as actually executing the threat. So I'm picking up this game in this position here. I'm playing black, and it's white to move, but I'm playing black, and I would like to bring my rook over to the G file because I've already got pressure on this focal point, this G2 spot here from my bishop, and if I could double up that pressure, I think that'd be great, but I can't. At the moment, there's no way in for me to get onto that file safely. Now, it's white's move, and white moves the queen to f3. I'm not entirely sure why he made that move. I suspect it was to bring the queen over to g3 and bringing it onto the same file as my king, and then possibly doing a bishop capture on h6, and the g7 pawn would be pinned by the queen, so I wouldn't be able to capture back. But bringing the queen onto this square here, where it's on the same diagonal as my bishop, is a very dangerous thing to do, because now I'm able to get my rook over to the G file safely because I'm doing it with a discovered attack on the queen. Okay, and that's what I do. So now white has some options. Neither of them are great. White can capture my rook with his queen, and then I would capture the queen with the knight, and then he'd capture my knight, and I'd win the queen for a rook and a knight, which would be good for me. Alternatively, he can capture the rook with the pawn, and I could win the queen for with my bishop, and it would be a similar situation as the other scenario. But instead, white avoids that whole thing by moving the queen to this square here to apparent safety. And I say apparent because you'll find out that the queen is not safe at all on that square. Okay, so now I'm in position to start this windmill, and at this point, you know, my heart is just racing because I'm excited. I've never done this before. Okay, so I start by capturing here with check. So this G2 square is going to be the pivot point of this windmill. So now the king has only one legal move, and that's to move out of check into the corner. But as you'll see, putting himself in the corner sets him up for a discovered check when I move my rook out of the way, which is what I do. I move over, capturing that pawn. This is check. King has one legal move, and that is to move back over to the G1 square. So then I come back and check again. King has to move back. And then I move over, capturing the bishop. So you can probably see what's happening here. I'm just going to bounce my rook back and forth along this rank until I've captured every white piece on this rank. And then I'm going to come back for one more check and use the last discovered check to win the queen. So I like how this is going for me now. Now at this point, white has an option. White has an option to stop the windmill by blocking it, and that is what white does by moving the rook in the way of the discovered check. But at what cost? Well, almost at the same cost as if he had let the windmill run its course, because now I can capture the queen, and his rook is pinned by my bishop, and continuing the exchange, he'll capture my rook, I capture his rook, and so the windmill is over, and it has netted me the queen, the bishop, and two pawns, and it's left me with the initiative because the king is in check now. And so at this point, white resigned, and this game went into my personal Hall of Fame, and I'll never forget this one. So I hope you enjoyed that, and Hope to see you next time.